Hola estudiante, soy Ellen. Estoy hablando desde mi apartamento en Deep River. So vamos a hacer unas notas sobre las palabras afirmativas y negativas. Okay, so we're going to talk about affirmative and negative words today. And the first thing we're going to do is talk about the affirmative expressions. So what I'd like you to do is, while we're going through these notes, is jot down in the next to the word, the affirmative expression, the word in English. So C is yes. C is yes. Algo is something or anything. Alguien is somebody or anybody. Algún and alguna, algunos and algunas are some or any. And you can pause the video if I'm going too fast. So just if you need to do that, please do that. O and O is either or. Siempre is always. And también is also and too. Okay, so we're going to do the negative words now. Okay, so we have no means no. Nada means nothing or anything. Nadie means nobody or anybody. Ningún and ninguna, ningunos and ningunas mean none or not any. Ni and ni mean neither nor. Nunca means never. And tampoco means neither or either. So if you need to pause the video and write this down, please do that. Okay. So note number 1, the words alguno, alguna, some or any, and ninguno, none or not any, are sometimes used as pronouns and must agree in gender and number. So, for example, alguno de nosotros vamos al cine el viernes. Note 2. Note that alguno changes to algún when used before masculine singular nouns. So that blank should be masculine singular nouns. Similarly, ninguno changes to ningún when used before masculine singular nouns. I'm just going to move over here because the sun is kind of bright. Okay, simple negation. Okay, so this is just the simple way to negate a sentence. So instead of saying voy a casa muy temprano, I'm going home very early, I'll say no voy a casa temprano. So simply put no before the verb. So if we have an affirmative sentence, we use sí. If we have a negative sentence, we use no. Okay, so part 2, double negatives. A double negative in the blank is correct in Spanish, although not in English. Often negative statements also require no before the conjugated verb. So in that blank, you're going to put the conjugated verb. A double negative is required in Spanish when no precedes the verb. So for example, no corrimos nunca en la calle. Leaving the no out. If the negative word comes before the verb, we don't need to use no. For example, nunca voy al centro comercial el fin de semana. So I never go to the mall on the weekend. So nunca voy al centro comercial el fin de semana. We don't say no nunca. We just say nunca. That's fine. No, nada, nadie, nunca, tampoco, and forms of ninguna, ninguno may be used alone before the verb and without the word no. Okay? So you can say like no voy al centro comercial. Like you can say I don't go to the mall. You don't have to say no voy al centro comercial, but you, if you're asked a question like do you go to the mall on the weekend, then you're going to say no voy al centro comercial el fin de semana. Okay, so an example for this is tampoco estoy haciendo nada. I'm also not doing anything. Okay, part 4, siempre. In Spanish, most words of frequency come after the verb. However, siempre and a few others come before the verb. Example, siempre llego a casa antes de las 11. I always arrive home before 11. The personal a. When nadie or a form of ninguno are direct objects referring to people, they require the personal a. And we've talked about this before, the personal a. So when the direct object is a person or like an animal, you can use the personal a. You use the personal a with that noun. And just the same as that, you use it with nadie or ninguno. So no veo a nadie en el café. I don't see anyone in the coffee shop or in the cafe. No veo a nadie en el café. Okay, ningunos and ningunas. Ningunos and ningunas are especially tricky. We don't use them with actual plural nouns, but with special plural nouns which have a singular meaning. So no tengo ningunas gafas en el carro. So I don't have any glasses in the car. No tengo ningunas gafas en el carro. So gafas is actually singular, but it's like one of those nouns that is a special noun that uses like a plural form. No tengo ningunas ganas de correr. I don't feel like running, or I don't have any desire to run. Okay, and then with gustar, a mí me gusta jugar al fútbol. So I like to play football. A mí también. I do too. So a mí también. Okay, so our examples. So we're going to go to the board. I'm just going to erase this. Okay, so we're going to go over the examples together. And the first one is Aiden does not have anything in his backpack. So just pause the video and write down your answer, and then we'll go over it together. Okay, so it'd be Aiden no tiene nada en su mochila. Okay, so we're going to use no before the verb and nada after the verb. So Aiden doesn't have anything in his backpack. So Aiden no tiene nada en su mochila. And even though this is anything, nada can be anything and nothing, but we have double negatives in Spanish that we don't have in English. So in English we translate it as anything. In Spanish it would literally be Aiden doesn't have nothing in his backpack. But for English purposes, we're going to say Aiden doesn't have anything in his backpack. Number 2, I never drive a Ferrari. Poor me. So you're going to, okay, so pause the video. Okay, so nunca conduzco un Ferrari. Nunca conduzco un Ferrari. I never drive a Ferrari. So nunca comes at the beginning of the sentence. Okay, número 3. Nobody is dancing. So right, nadie está bailando. Nadie está bailando. And number 4, Savannah likes ice cream and she also likes chocolate. So you can pause the video. Okay, so a Savannah le gusta el helado y también el chocolate, or también le gusta chocolate. Número 5. Jensen has some books on the shelf. So you can pause the video. Right, so Jensen tiene algunos libros en el estante. So Jensen tiene algunos libros en el estante. Número 6. I'm waiting for someone. So you can pause the video. So right, it would be, I'm waiting for someone. Estoy esperando a alguien. So we're going to use the personal a with that. So number 7, do you want something? So pause the video. Okay, so right, it would be ¿Quieres algo? ¿Quieres algo? Number 8, Ellen doesn't want pizza or pasta. So you can pause the video. So right, Ellen no quiere ni pizza ni pasta. Ni pasta ni pizza. Let me do the last 2. Number 9, David doesn't talk a lot either, so you can pause the video. So right, David no habla mucho tampoco. David no habla mucho tampoco. Number 10, I don't want to eat anything, so you can pause the video. And right, no quiero comer nada. No quiero comer nada. The number 11, there's no Kleenex on the table. So you can pause the video. So right, no hay Kleenex sobre la mesa. Okay. So I hope you liked my video. We're going to have a lot more practice with this, but I just wanted to give you the initial guided notes and examples. And then we'll be working on this for another couple of days. Okay, so I hope you have a good day. Que tengan buen día. Hasta luego. Si Dios quiere. Hasta luego. Bye.